Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Super Robot Wars J. And well, in this episode you don't need to do anything in regards to secrets. Essentially all you have to do is complete the stage. Well, that's all you have to do. And I had quite a time. I had a difficult time recording this stage, mainly because of the way I had OBS set up. I had it set so that it would switch screens whenever I would press numpad 4 for my 3DS recordings. And what happened is that numpad 4 is the same thing as pressing the left arrow key in OBS. So I was just switching screens all the time, and I had no idea why. I was so confused. And then it suddenly hit me, because I've had some programs or whatever beforehand, years before, that have done the same thing. And well, turns out that was happening. That was the case here. I mean, I wouldn't think it would count as the same key, the left arrow key and numpad 4, because they usually are considered two separate keys. But whatever. So yes, Millie and Aki will now be piloting the Soul Earth instead of Noel and Aki, and Noel will just be in the Soul Command 2. I believe you can put Noel back in the Blue Earth if you want. And the Blue Earth now has a new weapon, actually. The Firmar cannon, whatever that was on the Soul Command 2, is now on the Blue Earth. So that's a better attack now. Or a more powerful attack now. The Fury. So that's what the people we've been fighting, you know, those that can stop time, they're called the Fury. A very interesting name. Who knows? Yeah, that's true. All we learned is that their name is the Fury and they're another enemy. Who knows, Toya? Who knows? So Misato will be gone, and as well as Zaroma will be gone until stage 36, I believe. So we won't have them available for a few stages. Alan and Schwartz. I don't know if no, we've seen Alan before. Yeah, we have. He was the one that gave us that, no, wait. No, he wasn't. Have we seen him before? I don't think we've seen him on the routes we've been on. Or have we? I don't remember. Oh well, doesn't really matter too much anyway. What's going on? What's wrong with the Shining Gundam? Who's that? Schwartz. Schwartz. What's going on here? Looks like something's wrong with Doman's super mode. Huh. He just repelled it, I guess. It looked like he dodged it instead, but whatever. What's going on? Well, there he goes. And these guys just suddenly showed up. Oh boy. Looks like we're gonna have to put the double Gundam again. And he isn't too hard, actually. Pretty easy, to be honest. Okay. Alright, I was about to say something like, oh, did I not? Oh, what's going on? What? Oh, okay, alright, I know what that was. That was an old piece of footage that somehow still stayed there. I meant to get rid of that, but looks like it's there now. Oh well. I would try to get rid of that, but that would cause more problems. I think. I'll see what I can do about that. So you guys may have no idea what I'm talking about now that I think about it. But anyway, you don't want to head to the left or right because, well, 2 bosses and more enemies will appear there. So you want to head down south where Nadesco and Archangel will appear. If you're like me, the other G Gundam units aren't leveled up or upgraded that much, so you probably don't want to, you know, send them towards a bunch more enemies. Now, all the units besides the Shining Gundam have gained a super mode, so they all have, you know, super mode attacks. Now, the other thing as well is that they gained new combination attacks. Argo has one with Sai and not Chibodi. I forget what the other two, but the other two have an attack, combination attack as well. George, and I don't remember what the... Is his name Chibodi? I think it was Chibodi. But either way, the boxing G Gundam has a combination attack with George. Yeah, Chibodi and George have a combination attack. So yeah, now all the G Gundam units are pretty much more formidable than they were before. Except for the Shining Gundam, but well, we'll get something near the end of the stage for Doman. Now, for the Strike Gundam, I should have realized this a lot sooner, but I don't know why I didn't. So the Beam Saber and the Beam Rifle do the same amount of, I guess, base damage, right? But which weapon you want to, let's see, how do I want to phrase this? The weapon you want to choose to attack with is the weapon you have the most amount of, okay, here, I got it. The weapon you want to choose depends on which stat you have the highest. If your melee stat with Kira is higher than your range stat, then use the Beam Saber. But if your range stat is higher, then use the Beam Rifle for the most part. Of course, if there are enemies underwater, then you're going to want to use the Beam Rifle as the Beam Saber, as the Beam Rifle will be useless. Because in this stage, I've noticed that the Beam Rifle does a lot more damage than the Beam Saber. Or was it... Well, I think I've noticed it during the past few stages. But, yeah. I mean, there are cases where the Beam Saber will be more beneficial to use, like if you can use it during a combo and whatnot, but generally the Beam Rifle does more damage for me. But if you've been raising Kira's melee stat, then his Beam Saber will be doing a lot more damage. But I haven't been doing that, so I think generally his ranged attacks will be more effective. But even then, he won't always be in the Strike Gundam, so it all depends. Yeah, that's where I discovered that they had that technique, and I was trying to get them to actually do it. So part of, so I was playing the stage. I wanted to show off the new moves of the G Gundam units because I wouldn't have another chance to show them. But I might, but I don't plan on using them too often besides Doman. think there'll be a few more stages later on where there'll be forced deploys, but even then it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I might as well mention this in this episode for those that aren't watching Seventh Dragon, because well, that's going up at the same time as this. Well, not at the same time as this, around the same time. What is it? Oh yeah. So there was a buzzing sound that was coming from my mic, and I actually did figure out what that was, and I've well fixed it. By just putting a really well folded shirt underneath my mic. So what it is, it's actually like vibrations just going throughout my computer like table. It's weird. I looked it up a long time ago, and it just came back again, like that buzzing sound recently. And because I thought I had fixed it originally, I thought it was just like the event near me that was making that sound, but no, it was in fact those vibrations. So yeah, that's fixed. I got rid of it in my post recordings. Post commentary recordings with noise removal, but I don't think I would need to do that anymore because there's no background noise, so to speak. I mean, it might still be there, but it's covered by the music at this point. But I'll see. I mean, that's more useful for me doing live commentary recordings, because I don't really have to worry about editing the audio there. So this stage, the bosses are pretty easy. They're nothing we haven't seen before. I wouldn't recommend using Valor or anything like that until the Double Gundam and Master Asia appears, because spoiler, they will appear during this stage. I don't know why I said it like that, but they'll appear here. I think I use one Valor against Chapman there, just because he has a lot of HP. But yeah, I'd recommend saving your spirits for Master Asia. And after the stage, I almost have the guaranteed weapon damage upgraded to where I want it to be. So I'll be switching to a different unit to upgrade well, fully once I'm done with the guaranteed. I'm not sure which unit I want that to be just yet. I think I might just do the R Blast. Actually, I think I might do Maz and Kaiser instead, because the Maz and Kaiser, or maybe even Doman, because I want to upgrade units that I know are going to be with me no matter what route I take, and the Maz and Kaiser units and the Shiny Gundam units generally stay with you no matter which route you take. I think there are a few exceptions, like with Mazinger Z at the beginning of the game. but generally they stay with you no matter which route you go on. And I think maybe even the R-Blast will stick with you. But I know I'm going to stick with the... seed units on one more route split, and then it's going to be back to sticking with the Nadesco units. So on the route split after the next route split. So yeah, I think I need to if I'm going to upgrade a Nadesco unit, it's probably just going to be the ship itself, because I rarely use the Ace Valus units besides Akito, and even then I don't use them that much. And there goes Chapman. You get out of here, Schwartz. Oh no, Dumbin, what are you doing? Dumbin, do it. Nope. His judgment is being clouded by anger. Well, what's going on? Clarity. Can we do it this time? You can either choose to defeat Master Asia first, or the Devil Gundam. I defeat the Devil Gundam first, and what happens is Master Asia heals himself back to full. But yeah, all you have to do is defeat the Devil Gundam Master Asia. Two other boss units will appear. Well, Chapman and that other guy will just come back. They won't have any new dialogue, they'll just be back for whatever reason. And, well, there's not much... I don't think you have to defeat them. I think just defeating Devil Gundam will make them automatically kind of blow up, so I think it just sort of speeds up. The game just sort of speeds that process up for you by, you know, killing them off automatically. There's the new Blue Earth weapon. Looks like a weaker Volteca, which is what it pretty much is, to be honest. Well, that's what they kind of describe it as well, now that I think about it. Yeah, at this point, the Double Gundam shouldn't pose a problem of any sort. You should be able to take him on, no problem. Huh. Shining Gundam can't move. The hell's that? But yes, we now have an upgrade to the Shining Gundam, the God Gundam. And well, that's it. It has new attacks and all that. I think it has a combination attack with the other G Gundam units now. That's what I was trying to do against Chapman earlier. But I just remembered that no, that combination attack is done with the God Gundam, not the Shining Gundam. Yeah, unfortunately I don't defeat Master Asia this turn, but I do defeat him the next turn. During the next turn. Yeah, this is Doman's new best move. Well, for now anyway. Darn it, he's still alive. Michaelo. Actually, I just said Michaelo without actually explaining where I got that from. That was the guy on the left's name. The boss on the left. People who didn't read that name would have no idea what I was talking about. But yeah, I just saw it and just never read his name out loud. And there goes Master Asia. Oh, they run away. Huh. But hooray, we did it. We defeated the Master Asia and the Double Gundam. And there he goes. Oh no. Probably not. Oh. Aw, David. Oh no. Who's that? Tekkaman Rapier. It's a Tekkaman we haven't seen yet. Anyway, that's it for this episode. So I'll have to see you guys again next time, whenever that is. Bye.